If you're shopping for new glasses with photochromic lenses, this is the video for you, because inside this box are all of the best colour options you can buy in 2025. So hi, I'm Robert, Style and Vision Consultant at the Spectacle Factory, and it's my job to pair you with your perfect pair of glasses. And for many people shopping for new glasses nowadays, they're considering photochromic lenses, and it might be your first time getting them, or you might just want something a little bit different or a little bit better. Well, the thing is, you've got plenty of options to choose from, because we're actually going to be comparing 3 different brands today: Zeiss PhotoFusion X, Essilor's Transitions, and Hoya's Sensity. And as a bonus, the custom photochromics available from IoT. So we're about to open the box, and you're going to see these lenses transition from being virtually fully clear to full sunglasses. It's a perfect day for it. So 3, 2, 1. So in the middle here, we have the Hoya lenses. Outside here we have the IoT or transition lenses, and here we have the Zeiss PhotoFusion lenses. And as you can see, it's pretty much neck and neck. In terms of reaction speed, I don't think there's much to separate any of these brands. So I don't think that's something you should choose them based upon. It's more about the colour combinations that are possible. Now, something that surprised me was how little difference there was between the Sensity Fast, the Sensity Dark, and the regular Sensity. In terms of reaction speed, it's pretty much seen the same, right? And one of the main features I think you should consider if you're getting photochromic lenses is a flash coating. Now, most of the Zeiss samples here have a flash coating applied. What does that do? Well, if we take, for example, the PhotoFusion Brown with Sapphire, this is actually a brown lens. So to see through, it's just going to give a brown tint. But the magic happens when you combine that with the flash coating, because when you actually wear it, the main colour that's going to be visible as the light catches it is blue. And that's caused by the flash coating. It's essentially an iridescent finish to the surface of your lens. Now, it's not just a cosmetic effect. It does actually have a functional benefit as well. When you have direct sunlight, when the sunlight is directly on you, for example, when you're driving, a flash coating will reflect that away from the eyes. So it does add more sun protection at the same time. So for comparison, here we have PhotoFusion Brown and here we have PhotoFusion Brown, but they have different flash coating colors. This one has the ruby, so you get more of like a reddish, pinkish effect. And this one has the sapphire, which produces the more vibrant blue. And it's really cool to combine different lens colors so that you get a really unique finish. And that's what I like best about Zeiss PhotoFusion. You have that almost full ability for customization. On the other hand, Hoya Sensity are all fixed options. You can't mix and match. And that does frustrate me, but in my opinion, one of the best photochromic color options out there, full stop, is the Sensity Brown Shine, because this has a copper mirror applied to it, and you get this kind of rose gold finish, which I think is absolutely stunning. And it's one reason why you might want to consider a set of Hoya lenses within your eyewear wardrobe. But when it comes to customization, IoT are the clear winners, because you can take any color of photochromic, combine it with any flash coating, and add a base tint as well, which is what we did with these 2 examples here. So here, for example, we combined a blue base tint with a purple photochromic and rose gold mirror coating. Absolutely incredible color combination. This would be perfect for an outdoor pair of glasses that is super versatile, and you can take inside and still have a really, really nice base tint. This is what the purple photochromic is like to look through. And here it is combined with an actual purple base tint, so this is a little bit more vibrant purple. Now, I personally own a set of glasses with the IoT purple photochromic lenses, and it's definitely one of my favorite pairs. Now, here's an interesting comparison. PhotoFusion Pioneer with an amber flash, which is a greenish color, but actually combined with the amber produces kind of like a golden color, compared against Transitions Amber. And let me show you the difference in contrast between these 2 lenses. So PhotoFusion Pioneer, which is a gray-green, that's going to give a very neutral color perception. So colors will appear pretty much the same, but it's going to really significantly reduce the intensity of the sunlight, of course. It's a good contrast lens with good color accuracy. Amber should be even higher contrast by comparison, but it will produce a warmer color, which is actually distorting the natural colors that you see. Now, some people don't like that. I personally happen to love it. I think that is a nicer effect personally. And then you have the Hoya Sensity Fast Brown, which is somewhere between the 2 in theory. And it's interesting to compare the brown and amber. Are they really that different? Now let's compare those different shades of blue. So the Sensity blue, oceanic blue as they call it, is very much a navy blue. And I'm not the biggest fan. I did wear this once on a trip to Bulgaria. It was a nice lens, but I think honestly I do prefer the PhotoFusion blue. It's a more interesting, cool blue. And one of my favorite color combinations of all time is the PhotoFusion blue combined with diamond flash, because you get this kind of icy blue effect. Very different to the Adaptive Sun that I'm wearing now, which has the amber flash coating. So this has more of like I said, an icy blue, a cooler blue, which I really like. I'm a big fan of this one. This is more of like a true blue. And that just shows as well how much difference the flash coating can make, because these are essentially the same tint colors with different flash coatings applied. Now, if you are someone whose priority is natural color perception, then you might want to consider gray, but make it more interesting with a cool flash coating. So here we have PhotoFusion Gray with a jade flash, which is kind of like a greenish effect. That means that you're looking through gray, so your color will be completely neutral. And actually, when we've got direct sunlight, gray is quite a good color for that, to be fair. But other people are still seeing something that looks more interesting, more colorful, and you can use that to really pair it with your frame choice. Or if you just want the most protective lens possible, then something like extra active transitions, which goes super dark in the sun, it goes darker than a normal photochromic, or Sensity Shine, as you've got here, which is set on top of Sensity Dark, which is basically equivalent to extra active, or PhotoFusion X Extra Gray. Let's compare those two. So this is the extra gray colorway with diamond flash. These are the darkest and most protective photochromic lenses you could get. And it's interesting to compare because I think the Sensity Shine has gone darker. Let's see what you think. This is the extra gray. And here we have the Sensity Shine Gray. I think that's a darker lens. So if you're looking for an ultra dark photochromic, maybe the Sensity Shine Gray is the best option. And last of all, before we take these lenses back inside and see how they clear, we've got the more vivid colors. Now I have to say, since it was launched, I think this is the best photochromic color on the market. Transitions Ruby. We've had a lot of fun combining this with different base tints. I think it produces a really nice finish, which is somewhere between pink and purple. It's colorful, but not over the top. And I like that probably a little bit more than the photochromic pink that you can also get with IoT lenses. But having said that, pink is super high contrast. And on a day like today is really going to enhance your vision. It's an amazing color, I love the pink. But in terms of aesthetics, stylistically, I think the ruby is a lot nicer personally as a colorway. What do you think? But that's it for now. In my opinion, all the best photochromic color options. Let's take these lenses into the shade and watch how they clear. So I was very particular to choose a day where the temperature is warm but not super hot. You see, all photochromic lenses are affected by temperature, and that's why, annoyingly, a lot of these lenses actually go darker in winter when it's colder than they do in summer when you really need it. This is a nice warm day. It's around 18, 19 degrees Celsius right now. We've stepped into the shade. So far, as you can see, they've all more or less retained their tint. It's going to take a few minutes for them to clear, but I would say, personally, I don't know if this is how it appears on camera, but the PhotoFusion lenses look like they're going lighter, except for the Sensity Fast. Sensity Fast actually looks really almost clear. It's only because it's against a white background that it looks quite tinted. This is the Sensity Fast Grey. Yeah, I mean, in the shade, that's really not going to restrict your view at all. If you were inside right now, you'd see just fine. Let's see the PhotoFusion Blue and Ruby. That's probably the lightest one overall. Quite nice. One of the benefits of blue specifically is when you step indoors, it's a really cool, not only a cool look, but it's quite a calming tint. So that even whilst it retains its tint, you're still getting like a nice feeling from wearing it. The IoT Pink Photochromic has also gone pretty light. That contrast is amazing in the shade actually. That little bit of rose really just improves everything. I like that. And these lenses, the Sensity Shine, I mean, have they even cleared at all? They're fully dark. They're still fully dark. So that is super slow. That's by far the slowest. Now, these lenses here, I told you, these have a base tint. So these are designed to retain this level of color no matter what. But again, I mean, that blue base tint, it's beautiful, isn't it? And these kind of tinted photochromic lenses with the flash coating, these are becoming increasingly popular with my clients because it's just giving you that chance to fully customize every aspect. I mean, this one just looks amazing. Look at that. And purple is my favorite tint. Hopefully you can see why here. The colors it brings out on those flowers, gorgeous. I love that. So that was the best photochromic colour options explored. Which did you like best? And has that given you some inspiration for configuring your next pair of glasses? Let me know in the comments. And if you've got any questions about any of the topics that we've covered today, I'd love to hear them. If you did enjoy this video or found it helpful, make sure to give it a like and subscribe for more of the best eyewear content on the internet. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks guys, bye bye.